Hello, hello, welcome on in everyone. Nottingham Forest. It's time to go back-to-back in Champions League live with a rebuild here on this Friday live stream. How's everyone doing? We got Mons in the chat. We got Project Beast. Shine, welcome on in. Already 16 concurrent viewers. You guys are hyped up for this Nottingham Forest rebuild. I'm pretty excited for it too. How's everyone's Friday doing? Slap, what's going on? Nunana, Oscar, Danny, shouting out everyone in the chat. Go ahead and comment in the chat if you're already in the live stream. You'll get a quick shout out. Dragon Slayer, appreciate y'all stopping in today. But yeah, you know, we're just kind of continuing with this rebuild sort of thing. We're kind of turning this into a career mode challenge, one could say. I kind of like previewed it at the end of the Nottingham Forest rebuild. Speaking of which, if you guys haven't seen it yet, maybe check it out after the live stream today. It's done particularly well, so I think it's fair to say realistic rebuilds will be making the return to the channel in FIFA 22. I wanted to kind of test it out because the Werder Bremen one did quite well. So I wanted to see if that was a fluke or whether y'all are interested in seeing that. So it seems like that's going to be the case. All right, let's get back to the shout outs. We got Emlar, Supercall, Roberto, Adam. A lot of you guys in the chat today. What's going on, Ash? I'm so hyped I did a Bournemouth one yesterday and today. Yeah, these rebuilds are super fun, but let's go ahead and check out this squad in case you are new to this concept. Maybe you haven't seen the rebuild yet. It's a pretty good team, I've got to say. Pretty much everybody in the 90s, except for maybe a few of our defenders. Shout out to Samba, though. Up to an 88 overall. I think he's like 35, 36 years old. Yeah, 35. It's pretty wild what he's been able to do. What's going on, Kano? What can you say a team to do a career mode with? And at this stage of FIFA, maybe do a career mode with teams that aren't going to be in the game next year. I think Parma's the only one that comes to mind. But yeah, take a look at maybe some of the relegated teams from League 2 or even Serie A, because obviously Serie B is not in career mode, unfortunately. As far as I know. Maybe it's going to change FIFA 22, but it's not in FIFA 21, so I figured that's going to be the same in FIFA 22. But yeah, kind of the agenda for today's live stream. We're going to be going through Season 10, it's wild to be saying that, of this Nottingham Forest save, and trying to improve this team a little bit more. If there's anything that we can improve, maybe we test out some of these youth academy players. Of course, we've got Lee Gwynn, the center back, but we also have Tom Feeney here, our center mid from Northern Ireland. Maybe we give him some game time, and we can, of course, set up some more scouting networks, look for some regens, make a good live stream out of it. Let me quickly tweet out the stream so that we can get some of the people over on Twitter in here, and then we can get underway with some maybe some regen scouting to start things off. What do you guys think? What do you all think we should start off today's stream with? Also, how do you think we did with the realistic rebuild this time around? I think it's improved, honestly, from the one we did with Werder Bremen. Like, really the only, like, somewhat questionable signing, I guess you could say, is Ansu Fati, but the fact that Barcelona hadn't won a Champions League at any point in this rebuild, which is just wild to say, I felt like it was fairly realistic, and plus we wanted to make a Spanish signing. All right, so that's tweeted out, and we are good there. We tweeted out, get 101 viewers. I think we can get over 100 viewers today. Yeah, if you guys have friends that are into career mode, I'm looking for a live stream to watch, maybe send them a WhatsApp or whatever. But yeah, let's look for some regens here. I also have a little bit of a resource. We're stepping up the quality of these live streams. And boom, you guys can see in the bottom left the top nationalities, or top 4 nationalities for Nottingham Forest. I feel like we've represented most of them in the squad. You can't see our substitutes, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, we've got Scotland, we've got Turnbull here at center attacking mid, also Lewis Ferguson. Or is it Alfie Ferguson or Lewis Ferguson? We'll just call him Ferguson. But yeah, so we got Scotland represented, Ireland with Parrott. Northern Ireland is kind of our youth academy player because there's really not going to be too many high potential ones in FIFA 21, unfortunately. Portugal, of course, we got covered with Tavares. as well as even some of our players off the bench. I think Portugal, we could even sign some more players from. What do you guys think? Of those nationalities, which ones should we go for? Could look for a Cristiano Ronaldo regen. It's Lewis Ferguson. Okay. That's what I thought. I should have gone with my gut instinct there. But probably my favorite signing was Leon Bailey, the Jamaican right winger. Really the only player from Jamaica that's going to reach these upper ratings, unless you just go like start with season 1 with, I don't know, who are some other good Jamaican prospects? Sign Scott McTominay. We can scout him out. And also maybe see the return of James Gardner. Is it Garner or Gardner? Yeah, Garner. All right, 28 years old over at Borussia Dortmund. I think we boosted his potential a little bit because he's up to an 89 overall. But you can see here actually some of the regens that we managed to find already. I was doing a little bit of scouting prior to the live stream. I was asking over on Discord, link to which is in the description if you do want to join up for that. But yeah, we've got 3 regens here. We've got Luis Suarez's regen, playing for Lazio. Tello is Zlatan's regen. I thought this is actually a pretty cool storyline. The fact that he's made the return to Barcelona, which of course is one of Zlatan's former clubs. We can improve those skill moves and, you know, kind of work on his finishing. The thing about strikers though, striker regens I should say, they seem to all have really good pace, but then the shooting statistics are pretty low, which isn't that much of a problem because you can just use development plans. But they're actually going to get a bump if you change them to like left winger or right winger. But this is the one I'm kind of excited about. It's Ronaldo's regen, 5-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. I think we probably changed him to a 4-star weak foot, but he's really pacey. It's just the finishing. Like if we put him on maybe a poacher development plan, he could easily hit like 90s within one season. Yeah, Josh, I'm gonna make a video. Probably on Sunday is when it's going to come out. Kind of talk about my plans for FIFA 22. Create a Club's an interesting one because, you know, obviously it doesn't fit in super well with the realistic transfers, but I think it would be fun for like a live stream. So that's kind of my plans for Create a Club. It's probably going to be live stream based. Maybe figure out some more stuff as I get more hours into the game mode. But we'll see. We'll see. We're going to see any FM content soon. You know, still putting in some hours to learn the game. I just started up a save with, I think is it Dynamo Zagreb? One of the really OP teams in like a league that they should be winning every season. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. I think Ronaldo's regen is probably my top prospect to sign, considering his value is only at like 74. We could use another left winger in this team, or even a striker. That's the thing. It's like Ansu Fati's obviously going to have the number 1 spot, and I would say Parrott has kind of secured it as well since he's only 27. But Johnson, unfortunately, along with Alex Mighton, hadn't really grown too much in their potential. I was expecting more from them. The rebuild, that would have been like the perfect thing about this save. Yeah, I have watched Zealand's beginner FM tutorial. That's kind of how I'm learning, Josh. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. Get an easy save to start things off, maybe do an MLS one, and then by then I feel like I'll have a pretty good understanding of the game to do a live stream. Because I tried it once back in like FIFA, well, I guess 2016, maybe FM 16 or 17. It did not go well live. It's just, there's a lot of stuff in the menu, which is great if you understand all the features, but if you don't, it is quite difficult. I need a goalkeeper. I don't think we do, Dragon Slayer, because we got Samba and Verbruggen, 2 really good players. So it might be the year where Verbruggen takes over for Samba. As long as he's growing in his rating, I'm gonna keep him in there. It's just impressive he's up to an 88 at 35 years old. But let's get some real players in here along with all the regens. Check Barnes or Ryan Kent on the left wing. Yeah, Ryan Kent could be a good signing. He'll probably be pretty close to his original rating and potential because, you know, this far into the save, 32 years old. That's wild. Contract expiring in 12 months. We could look for some good free agents as well. Let's check the free agents real quick. 16 to 50. I guess we can leave it to like 30, see if any like IRL players are in here, but also regens. We should probably just sort by positions. I'll start with strikers. Just probably because they're the most exciting ones to find. Let's see if we got some good regens in here. I mean, at this stage, like, they need to be exceptional players, probably potential to be special to break into our starting 11 or substitutes. I just don't see that happening through free agents. I was just watching BCHD's regen only, not regen only, free agent only rebuild, and that was something. It's an impressive feat to only sign free agents and make it all the way to the Champions League final. Yeah, Zlatan's regen is actually in this list. So if we do want to sign him, here he is. I think we probably started out with Ronaldo's regen. And then convert him to a left wing. He's going to get a boost in his rating. It does make sense now that Ronaldo's back in the Premier League, right? What's going on, Lurquan? And we actually pick him up for like right around his market value. I mean, paying 1 million more. What's going on, Ross? Welcome on in. Yeah, it's an interesting week ahead with like the international break. I didn't get a chance to watch the U.S. men's national team versus El Salvador last night because I had soccer of my own. But yeah, I saw the result this morning and I was a bit surprised considering how well we played over the summer. But I feel like it kind of sums up the U.S. men's national team. We need to definitely get that experience because, you know, if you're not performing in the qualifiers, you know, all these trophies really won't add for much. So it is the first game. I'll give them time. And I think hopefully we can find the right strategy that works. Picking up those results against teams that, in my opinion, we should be beating. Don't get me wrong, El Salvador has some good players, actually. Seattle Sounder, Alex Roldan. Yeah, away games always difficult. They are back in, Nashville this weekend? Not sure who they're playing. Canada, that's who they're playing. I saw that on Twitter this morning. That'll be a good match. I mean, Canada is definitely not an easy team to match up against. Older players not going down their rating. I think after 40, they stop declining, actually. All right, so we got Ronaldo's regen signed. Did we give him Ronaldo's number? What is Ronaldo's number for this season, by the way? He's got the number 10 right now. Oh, he's wearing his number 7. Dang. That's wild. That's pretty hype. Realistic rebuild is definitely the way to go. Yeah, it was, I'm glad we experimented with that concept here in the summer months. So now that, you know, we can kind of move on to FIFA 22, you know, really once the full game comes out, which for me will be, I think it's Monday with the pre-order stuff. Because I know you get like the 10 hours on both the next gen and I guess current gen consoles. So like for PS5, you get 10 hours apparently on PS5, you get 10 hours on PS4. So I'm mostly going to be working on the first career mode series, which I'm also narrow things down to 2 different teams in the Prem. I think we can give Aushish a different number. Maybe Aushish wears the number 10, that he's a center attacking mid. Ronaldo's regen getting the number 7. Yeah, we're going to convert him to left wing. For sure, for sure. I mean, you can just look at the development plan, like distribution of stats. The 97 pace, 93 dribbling, that's the standout. But his physicals are actually quite good. Like, other than the aggression, everything's in the lower 80s, so we'll make him a left winger. And I would guess he's going to go up maybe 80, 86, 87. That'd be my prediction. We'll see in 2 weeks' time. Is Norwich one of them? See, that's the big thing, Josh. I am interested in Norwich as a save. I am very much interested because, like, they've basically done career mode IRL with all the signings they made. I think off the top of my head, Sargent, Solis, Rashica, Kabak, who else? They have Gilmore here on loan. I think that's the main transfers they made. They just went off in the summer transfer window, and it would be a really fun save, but I think it's going to be too popular. I think there's going to be some other channels that do Norwich. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. So it's interesting because like obviously like my channel has a bit of a different structure for career mode videos, so I'd probably be okay regardless of the team, but Norwich is not one of the two teams I'm considering right now. It's not Brentford either. Is Sol's my favorite player? I wouldn't say he's my favorite player, but I'm interested and intrigued to see how he does in the Prem this season. I mean, Sargent's already scored some goals in the FA Cup. Yeah, they already have some good talents like Cantwell and Max Aarons, among other players. That'd be a good guess, Josh. We'll see on Sunday. We'll see on Sunday. A very historic club, which kind of fits in with my, I guess, career mode ambitions. My club profile. I think we let Masengo go. He's not really featuring too much in the starting 11 or substitutes. Maybe time to move on from Callum Chambers. What do you guys think here, man? This was an incredible story. Callum Chambers had an 87 overall. I think his peak was 88 as well. But he is 34. So we could look at a different center back option. Both him and Worrell are both going to be declining in their stats. And then Alex Mighton, you know, I kind of want to let him leave. Maybe wait for a more realistic transfer than Serie A. I mean, some English players move to Serie A, but I think ideally he goes to like Bundesliga or a Premier League level club. Yeah, Gwyn was the beast in this. Crystal Palace rebuild would be neat. Yeah, I think Crystal Palace, I was actually considering them for one of the teams. All right, so if we do let Callum Chambers go, who do we replace him as an option? For now, I'll go ahead and accept the Masengo deal. We'll decline the Mighton offer and kind of wait off on this Callum Chambers offer from Wolfsburg, who actually were Champions League winners in this rebuild. So yeah, that's our center back situation right now. Gwyn, I mean, no problems there. 22 years old. He's going to keep growing in his rating. Probably just stick him on a balanced development plan so he evens out across the board. Imagine him turning into like a box-to-box center back. So yeah, right-footed or even a left-footed center back we could sign, because Gwyn has a 4-star weak foot. I've been playing him on the left, but we could move him on the right and sign a left-footed center back. Yeah, a lot of options for the realistic rebuilds, guys. That's part of the reason why I really enjoy that concept. It opens up like a lot of different content ideas. I don't necessarily need to do like the mainstream teams, which, you know, it's fun. I like doing traditional career modes with like mid-table Premier League clubs, but I also really find it fun to like research these more niche teams. Like there's going to be some new stadiums introduced next year in Portugal, so I think a Liga NOS rebuild will definitely happen, whether that be for Porto or Benfica. I think those are the two. Maybe Sporting was added, I don't know. Whichever Portuguese teams had their stadium added, I think I'll do a realistic rebuild with them. Could do some in like League 2, Championship, League 1, something like that. And then even some of the other nations like Turkey, I think has some interesting storylines. I think it's is it either Besiktas or Galatasaray that signed Max Meyer? They've made some good signings in the offseason. So I'd like to do a rebuild there. Even some of the CONMEBOL nations. We do the likes of Argentina. I think there might be some Peruvian teams in FIFA. We'll see. Let's look for some center backs, though. Could turn for some rebuilds. Could also go ahead and sign some different players. So let's head over to FIFA and take a look. Actually, let's pull up the 4 nations and see which ones we should go after. So we've got Scotland covered. We could sign an Irish center back Wales, I would say, is covered with Gwyn. We've got a lot of French players. Netherlands isn't too well represented, actually, in this rebuild. We just have Verbruggen, so Netherlands could be a shout for a center back. I know they've got some great ones. We could look for like a Virgil regen, or even De Ligt, someone like that. Yeah, maybe US, maybe Germany. Could be Italy as well. I think we've got Chiellini's regen likely in the game. So yeah, what do we got? We got Netherlands as an option. I'm going to say Netherlands and Italy are kind of my two top ones. Maybe Germany as well. Alex saying we should scout out Mexico. Why is that? Might have to make a FIFA 22 how to keep it realistic video. I think so too. I was kind of planning on making one this year, but it obviously didn't happen. So, yeah, give me a couple weeks to really get introduced to the game and see how realism is in FIFA 22, and then hopefully go ahead and make a video about that. I mean, yeah, Virgil, 28 years old to start things off, +9, +10. He's going to be like 37, 38. So his regen should be here. He's still playing 37 years old. My goodness. He's over at Barcelona as well. That's ridiculous, man. Virgil, 74 overall, 37 years old. What a legend. And not going to be winning any Champions League trophies anytime soon. Well, who else should we look for then? That would have been a sick regen. He probably retires in like the next few seasons. What's going on, Ben? Shelly, we just signed up for Ronaldo's regen, so I think we're good there. For Netherlands, Per Shores. Let me just go ahead and scout out the top center backs in the Netherlands. And then we can either look for regens or some young players. Potential-wise, okay, De Ligt is going to be like 30, 31, so he could be a signing. Devin Wrench, I don't think he has a real face in game. De Vrij could have a good regen. 85 overall, 85 potential. Justin Timber could be a good one. Again, no real face, unfortunately. Sven Botman. I heard there were some clubs that were interested in picking him up this season. What are you guys saying? I think we got to look at like 84 plus potential. Ideally, someone that can really break into the first team. So obviously we're gonna go ahead and transfer shortlist De Ligt. And then otherwise we can go the Italian route. Which might be better. So De Ligt pretty much has peak rating. We've got the budget for it, I think, if we sell some players. 92 overall. He is right-footed. I don't know, though. It's just like, it's one of those transfers that there could be some interesting ones. Or more interesting ones. It'd be cool to have like a youth academy center back and then a regen center back right next to him. So that could be an option. And let's see what we can find for Italian center backs here. I think Chiellini's regen's got to be the top one. We'll do like 16 to, I don't know, 27. I think that'll be fine. We're pretty much just looking for a player, hopefully who has their rating already scouted. But otherwise, this could be him. I mean, 83 overall. That could definitely be Chiellini's regen. We'll shortlist them. Make sure the positions are all the same. That's what I mean about like these regens. They should. Okay, so there's two really good players here in the Premier League. I think one of them is going to be Chiellini's regen. Regen of Daley Blind plays center back. That's right, Daley Blind. He gets the big boost at CDM. What's Blind's rating though? I think it's like 83, right? Yeah, 82. That's not bad. Yeah, I mean, the other thing though is like these regens could get a quick boost in their rating just through development plans. Let's see. Let's see though. We've got two center backs, so we can't differentiate them that way. I'm gonna double check, make sure Chiellini's just a center back. He is. He's gonna have 86 potential, so that would lead me to believe it's Maldini, which that's an incredible name. Regen's 5'9", 6 foot, and 5'9". So yeah, Maldini definitely looks like the better player. Good sprint speed, acceleration needs a little bit of work if we want to make him elite and world class. Dribbling is not very good. Passing is not very good, but on the defensive standpoint, I think we stick the stopper and sweeper dead plan on him. Maybe a little bit of balance, and we're looking all right. Who could this other center back be though? I'm trying to think who like the 83 plus potential Italian center backs are. Quickly gonna take a look. In terms of potential, for the older players, you've got Chiellini at 86, Bonucci at 84, Acerbi at 83. So this is probably Chiellini and Bonucci's regen. I would say this is Chiellini's, this is Bonucci's. That would be my guess. Well, let's go ahead and make a save real quick. And make sure this is actually Chiellini's regen. 54 to 76.8 is what we're going to have to spend. And we do have the transfer budget for it, so no problem there. Conte regen and convert him to center back. We could take a look. I mean, Conte was available in the free agents for a minute in this save. Let's go and offer, say 50 mil. I think that's a fair offer for this guy. And he wants 76. Pep driving a difficult price here. I mean, obviously the budget is not too big of an issue for us in this save, but he seems set on 76. Okay, we'll go 70, and I think he'll accept that one. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and pay up. There you go, 70. 70 for hopefully Chiellini's regen. The only sure way to check this, guys, is like once you sign him, you can go to the edit players and check the birthdays. Essentially, if the player has like roughly the same potential, same positions, and also the same birthday, you can more or less say for sure that they're actually going to be the regen for the player. I mean, the statistical odds of all that happening and it not being their regen is fairly slim. Be interesting to actually calculate that. He only wants a rotational role. Say a 4-year contract up until he's 30. I'm also one of those players that doesn't like having the bonus. I think S2G does the same thing, removes like the performance-based bonus. I don't mind a signing bonus because you get that out of the way right now. But the thing with a performance-based bonus is that you know, sometimes you're left with not a lot of funds, and then you're like, oh shoot, I've got to pay this performance-based bonus. I don't have the funds for it. But anyways, we'll complete that signing. And let's double check and see. Good to have some Italian players in here as well now. It is Maldini. Oh, let's see. May 1st, 2003. Ooh, it's not Chiellini's regen. Plot twist. Who could that be? Chiellini was born on August 14th. Who could that be? It's not him. I mean, even if it's not him, like, this is a decent player. I'm just trying to think things out. I mean, at an 85, 86, it could be Romagnoli's. But, like, I doubt he'll have retired that early on. What are you guys saying here? I mean, if it's not Chiellini's regen, could be Bonucci's and just have exceeded his rating. Yeah, usually it's the overall +1. So I'd be a bit surprised if it's Bonucci's. Oh, wait. If he's an 84 potential, and this guy's 85 overall, right? That makes sense, actually. So that means Chiellini's regen's somewhere out there. Even better rated. Yeah, so this could be Bonucci's. Maybe the other dude's Chiellini's. This guy is younger, to be fair. Right? He's like 1 or 2 years younger. So maybe he just hasn't reached his peak potential yet. Google Bonucci's birthday. I think it was May 1st, right? Yeah, that's Bonucci's regen for sure. So this could be Chiellini's regen. It could also be somewhere out there. Other one is a Serbi. Yeah, that would make sense. Maybe we just got to increase the age filter? If, like, Chiellini retired in the first season or something? I'm just, like, looking through and seeing if there's any other players that have an overall. I think we added him already. So maybe we just haven't scouted him out? That's the only thing I can think of now. If you see any players with, like, dark green in their stats, then maybe they could be the regen. I'm just, like, really tempted to find Chiellini's regen at this stage. It's going to be difficult, man. This guy looks decent, but I don't think he's Chiellini's regen. What are y'all saying? What an accidental gold mine. That's right, man. But, like, I don't think we've reached the max amount of players. We could go ahead and check out Serie A to narrow down the search, but we don't necessarily know that he's made the transfer yet, because obviously Bonucci's regen transferred to the Premier League, so Chiellini's regen will have started probably in Serie A, but it's going to be tough to find him because Chiellini doesn't have any secondary positions, which would narrow down the search a lot. I guess what we could do is just, like, scout out all these in-game creative players. I think realistically, he's got to be, like, no more than 28. Surely not. You're completely confused? It's not too confusing to find regions, but sometimes you run into things like this where they're hidden somewhere and you can't find them. It helps out a lot when you go ahead and have the full evaluation on the players, but in some cases you can just, like, look for all these guys with in-game generated faces, scout them out, and obviously once we get one with a good overall, it's probably not going to be any of these young guys. But we'll scout them out. And hopefully we have enough scouts to cover all these players. Because I don't think we need to make any other signings other than these two players, really. Like, we signed Ronaldo's regen to give some squad depth at left wing. Adding another center back. I mean, even 2 center backs. That'd be pretty cool to have both Chiellini and Bonucci's regen in the save. And that's what I was talking about. Already we've run out of scouts, but we can hire 2 more. All right, let's see. I think we got pretty far down this list. So we got that guy ready. Realistically, I feel like we could narrow out some of the clubs. Like, I doubt Chiellini's regen would be playing there. But I At this stage, we may as well just scout them all out. Imagine if Chiellini is still playing. To be fair, I haven't checked yet, so it could be one of those things. I think I saw a video from Jared where he had Buffon like 10 seasons into career mode, which is just nuts. This guy looks pretty good. I don't think he's his regen though. All right, so let me finish scouting all these guys and then we'll check Chiellini. I'm just gonna... I would say I'd close the stream and just end things if Chiellini's still playing, but I kind of have a feeling he might be. That would be something though. Like if that's the fact that we sign him up, that's what I'll say. If Chiellini's still playing, we sign him. Let's confirm live on stream. All right, so that should be everybody. Now it should be everybody. All right, let's see. The moment of truth is Chiellini. He's not. Okay. That's a little bit disappointing. I had my hopes up. Let me check Buffon while we're at it. No, Buffon's still not playing. Is there any other players, like super old players I should check? Zlatan's retired already. I'm trying to think like maybe Handanovic, he's pretty old for career mode. But that's the thing, Chiellini wouldn't necessarily be 70 rated. After 40, they stop dropping in their overall, apparently. That's what I've heard. Really, the only time that's happened for me is in the Fiorentina save when Zlatan was still playing at like 41, 42. All right, so we have all those Italian scouts. I guess we move forward in the sim a bit. And also the question rises like, well, where do we put... I guess Johnson gets into the reserves because we're going to have a left winger there. Maldini probably for Worrell. Well, these original Nottingham Forest players getting out of the squad, unfortunately. And then we make a decision. Do we start Maldini straight away over Chambers? Do we let Chambers go until he drops to maybe an 86? We'll check development plans too. What can we do about Maldini? I would almost say... Well, that's going to help out the defensive awareness stand tackle. As well as the acceleration. That's probably best for ratings-wise. I do want to eventually put him on balance to help out the passing, dribbling, all that sort of stuff. But I think for now, stopper will help boost his rating the quickest. I don't care so much about the work rates. Starting to loot in career mode. It's pretty fun. Thanks for giving me the idea of doing a championship team. Nice. Nice. Good stuff. Hey, we finally hit the 100 viewers. There you go. Appreciate the support, guys. Already up to 54 likes on the stream. If you want to help, leave a like and help the video and stream get recommended to other people. That'd be appreciated. Sweeper could be good for all the defensive stats, but if you look and see, defensive awareness and stand tackle are the lowest. So that's going to help out the acceleration as well. See what we can do about squad number 2. What does Bonucci wear for squad number? Number 19. I feel like that's available. Ooh, Lewis Ferguson has that. Okay, okay. Bonucci really has worn the number 19 since the 09-10 season. I think we got to give it to him. Let's see what we can do about Lewis Ferguson. And then Ferguson, he wears 1925, wears the 17 for Scotland. We've got options here. No problem. I think 17 would be best. That's what he wears for his nation. Ansu Fati already wears that. 19's taken. He's worn the number 8 before. He's worn the number 25. 25 is open. I think it's got to be 25, no? If we get Ferguson 17, then what do we give Fotzi though? That's the question. 7's already taken. 15's open, to be fair. He has worn the number 15 for Scotland. The number for the under 19s, he wore it. I'm good with that. All right, I think that's pretty much everything we wanted to cover. Let's go for like, I guess 2-3 weeks. That's an interesting concept, a career mode standalone. Yeah, it's the big question. I do think Ultimate Team, a big reason why, you know, people get the newest FIFA. Well, one, you know, if that's your main game and you're like playing Ultimate Team and all those sort of things, like player base obviously is going to move over to the new game, but career mode, I get it. Like features wise, there's not a massive amount of changes next year. Like if you don't play My Player and you're not into Create a Club, there's not a massive amount of features that have been announced, but part of the reason why you get the new game is for updated transfers, right? So yeah, that's an interesting concept. If they just released a standalone game with updated transfers, I feel like a lot of people would actually go for that. And then, you know, if there are groundbreaking changes, which in my opinion FIFA 21 had, with development plans, position changes, all that sort of things, you know, people can make the upgrade. I don't know. I don't have any more information than you guys, so it's an interesting concept for sure. Yeah, the game usually is available on EA Access about springtime, based off previous years. This rebuild is done by S2G already. When did he rebuild Nottingham Forest? But I don't think he has exclusive rights to the club, so. Actually, a pretty interesting transfer offer here from Hank. I'll accept that. And then the big offer for Callum Chambers. I think we probably keep him as like a rotational player at the very least. Let him retire with the club. Bit of a legend for us. And then we got some position changes available. Okay, big question here. What's the rating gonna be? My guess is 87. What are you guys saying though? Oh, did S2G actually make a Nottingham Forest rebuild? That's kind of sick. I think it's a great club to be rebuilding. Oh, there you go. Longest rebuild ever. Can relate. Can relate. Did he sign Ansu Fati? That's the question, though. If he signed Ansu Fati, that'd be pretty funny because I know he's a Barca fan. But yeah, I was kind of surprised there hasn't been a whole lot of Nottingham Forest content this year. We got a lot of 85, 86s in the chat. All right, let's give the moment of truth. I'm gonna say 87. It's an 86. You guys will have to let me know some of the signings we made. I might have to watch the video because I think it's really interesting to compare, you know, transfers. Because I think me and S2G have a little bit different of a transfer policy. You know, both good content creators in my opinion. S2G's a nice guy. Look at that squad. Look at that speed. Yes. Look at that speed indeed. We got Abdullah with the correct prediction. FH FIFA. Not a whole lot of people guessed 86 actually. But yeah, I think we Let's improve his weak foot first. Get in the 5-star, 4-star combo. Anyone else finishing their development plans? Let's see. No, we still got Lewis Ferguson there. Didn't really read through any of these emails. I think it's a lot of scouting updates. Diallo is a good signing for a French player. I think I did think about him for a transfer. So no promising players coming through yet. For a second I saw Delit at 92. I was like, wait, hold up. Let's remove Delit from the list. John, new subscriber. Appreciate that. An offer for Joe Worrell. That's not going to happen. Hertha Berlin. What is up with them? Always trying to sign our players. I want to see the swap deal, though. Christian Reyna. A regen striker, 27 years old. Not very good, if I'm being honest. We'll loan out Dylan. And another offer for Chambers from Real Madrid. Not going to happen. All right, we got some more scouting updates and a lot of them. Let's see. How are Everton doing in the save? I can maybe pull up my season 9 results because we're just about to kick off season 10, so I can't see last year's progress, but I still have the season 9 save, so in a second I can check. We can check out some of their players though. We do have the objective to sign one more young player, so hopefully Chiellini's regen would qualify for that. If not, we'll do it in January. We should probably set up a youth academy network at the start of the new month and then basically win all the competitions. Let's see. Still not seeing anyone too promising, man. We have some more scouting to complete, but I feel like this has to be Bastoni's region, but it could still be Chiellini's. Like if he grows in his rating. Maybe we sign him just to check. But then that leaves the question, where's Bastoni's region, right? Hey, we'll help Werder Bremen out a little bit. Give him one of our Irish players. I'm just not seeing the results here, guys. Maybe I need to increase the filters because like none of these players are that great. I mean, surely Chiellini's regen isn't more than like 28, 29 years old. We already signed Bonucci's regen, who we thought was Chiellini's regen, but ended up being Bonucci's. Let's see. I'll take one more look through. I mean, at this point, we've pretty much scouted out like every single player that we think could be good. They're just not showing up. I mean, we got the filter up to 30. Like, there's no way he's more than 30. It's 10 seasons since the rebuild. I guess, like, the max age I've seen for a regen is like 21, right? So I'll do 32. There's no way he's more than that. And even if he was, like, I don't know if I want to sign a 32-year-old center back anyways. It's just at this point, I want to find his regen just so that I can say, okay, this is Chiellini's regen. I don't even know if I'm going to sign him at this stage, but let's keep up this training. Make sure we're ready for our first match of the season. Yates definitely needs some training. I don't think he's going to get up to 50, unfortunately. Who else? Who else is struggling here? That's kind of the annoying thing about like simulating through. I wish training could be a little bit more automated. Like I'll play through the drills at the start of every save, but I don't want to have to refresh this every time. It's kind of annoying. Nottingham Forest staying up. I would hope so, man. I thought they were going to challenge for promotion, and it seems like every year, like there's some possibility that they get promotion, but they haven't gotten off to the best start. I think the best thing they've got going for them right now is they've retained some of their youth academy players. The fact that Johnson's still at the club, the fact that Worrell's still there, that's going to be a big part in them staying up in the championship. And hey, you know, things can turn around. Like it doesn't mean they can't push for top 6. I don't know if there have been any stories recently where we got an Insignia regen. Dude, where is Chiellini's regen at? Like, there is no other center backs here in the 80s. Like, this could be somebody. He's only 23. I genuinely feel like this could be Chiellini's regen. 24 years old, 83 overall. I'm going to tell you guys what. I'm going to make a save. And I'm going to find out what the birthday is. Because I want to know who it is. These are the highest rated ones that I've scouted. I haven't seen Sheffield United's form the championship. Who are the best teams in the transfer window this season? Low-key, Crystal Palace, I don't feel like are talked about enough. They had a really good transfer window, both in terms of like getting some of their older players off contracts and also some of the signings they made. Obviously, Manchester United signings speak for themselves. PSG signings speak for themselves. Who else had a really good transfer window? Let's think about Bundesliga. I mean, Bayern were able to bring in Sabitzer on pretty much deadline day. They also made some signings prior to the transfer window opening. Who else had some good transfer windows? Real Sociedad can be an interesting rebuild for sure. I think they've got a real stadium in FIFA 21 and probably 22 as well. Townsend was a loss. I would agree. Townsend to Everton. He is still a good player. Always scores some bangers. Villa had a good transfer window. Southampton, you know, losing Danny Ings, but also adding Armstrong. They had an all right transfer window. I wouldn't say it was the best, but yeah, Villa definitely have to be considered. You know, losing one player, but in Grealish, but gaining like 3 to 4 really good talents. They did a good job with that. They want Callum Chambers. Not gonna happen, man. Just take my money. We'll take 55.1. That's fine. If this isn't Chiellini's regen, we're just gonna reload the save and not even sign him. I think there's a good possibility it's a Serbies, but we'll see. Theo, I'd recommend looking at the videos on the channel, and otherwise you're just gonna get timed out in a little bit if you keep spamming the same thing. Maybe a video that was uploaded a few days ago. All right. What's going on, Gazelle? Yeah, if any mods are in here and you just see like the same comment being spammed, then just go ahead and time them out. It's just not worth the effort of responding. And this isn't him either. August 14th, that's probably a Serbies regen. Yeah, it kind of talks about the club situation if a lot of people are doing rebuilds on them, right? I can see why. They are they bottom of the championship right now? This is, dude, what even is this? This isn't even a Serbies regen. This is a fraud game. This isn't even a Serbies regen, dude. What is going on? I'm trying to look through and see, man. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. So Chiellini's born on May 1st. Acerbi is born on February 10th. And this dude is neither of them. Yeah, I agree, Lewis. Like, the club is going to rise up in the table. I would hope so. Romagnoli? Yeah, if you guys can find which Italian center back was born on August 14th, because I am just like... I don't even know, man. Anyways, I'm going to reload this save because I don't think we need another center back there. I'm trying to play this cup final. It's not Chiellini's regen, though. They have to have the same birthday. It's not Bonucci's either. We already have him. Chiellini's is August 14th, is it? I thought it was May 1st. Oh, it is. Wait. Hold on. That was Chiellini's regen. Who's May 1st? Well, I guess we just try to sign him again. Like, what do you guys think? Chiellini's regen, having him partner up with Bonucci again? If only he was left-footed, man. He is 5'9", so I would almost argue he'd be better as like a fullback. Oh, Bonucci's May 1st. So this is him, man. 83 overall. It's interesting. So his potential has to be like 86. What do y'all think? I mean, just imagine we went through all that work of scouting these guys out and all along this was actually Chiellini's regen, despite the lower rating. We could look for some other players, though. I'm just glad we finally found him. Center back wise, I think Maldini's going to be the better option. But we could use some cover at right back, honestly. We're good at left back because we have Buchanan here, but right back, really our only other option is Richardson, 73 overall. So yeah, let's go ahead and sign him up, man. Why not? Complete that board objective, get a boost to our manager rating. I think we paid 55 mil or so last time. And again, they want Callum Chambers. Not going to happen. Yeah, it was 55.1 last time around, so see if they accept 55. They should. Now they want 65. Oh, man. It begins. All right, having to pay 60, a little bit more than I anticipated, but can I look up Shores or Lissandro Martinez? I can guarantee Martinez is going to be in like the 90s for his rating now. Get Kane's regen. He might have retired. Get rid of that appearance bonus. Sorted. Okay. I think that's all the regen searching I want to do today, other than Kane's regen, which I already promised to do. Icaponi? Is that how you pronounce it? Iachaponi? Do I have any people that can speak Italian in the chat? Let's see. Chiellini squad number. Number 3. Nori already has that. We got to give him the number 3, though. He's worn that for so long, dude. Since 10-11 for Italy. And since 05-06 for Juventus. Nashville versus NYCFC game today. Nice. Good stuff. I want to go to a Nashville game. The last time I was in Nashville, the club wasn't in MLS yet. So, it's a cool city. Let's see what we can do about Nori. 34 is not going to cut it. Let's see. He wears the number 3-2. Maybe we can give him the number 2. Buchanan has that right now. He's a rotational player. I think that's all right. Sweet. All right, we wanted to search for that Kane regen. Harry Kane has retired. Oh no, he's 36 years old. Playing at yo, RB Leipzig. That's a random transfer. Harry Kane at RB Leipzig. I wonder when he made the move away. 35 acceleration, 51 sprint speed. But the finishing still pretty elite. Let me clear out this transfer hub real quick. Ooh, Sociedad B. That could be a real good rebuild if they just got promotion. I want to try out some of the new clubs. And then we wanted to do a position change on Chiellini's regen, right? So development plan wise, he's got good pace. The passing, really shooting, passing, dribbling needs some work. The thing that's letting him down is his interceptions, because otherwise, that's why he's so low rated. So in theory, like we could work on that. That would help boost his stamina. That wouldn't be a bad one either to work on passing. What do you guys think here? It's a tough choice. Like he could be a good right back if we work on his attacking stats. Kane is free from Spurs, yeah. Made the transfer to the Bundesliga. That seems to happen a lot. A lot of English players do make the move to the Bundesliga. So what do you guys think? Center back or right back for Chiellini's regen? I think he could be a good center back, honestly. Just needs to work on the interceptions. So we'd probably use this sweeper deb plan. I'm seeing 2 votes already for a right back. Marcelo regen. Marcelo unfortunately doesn't have that high potential. So his regen's not going to be that high rated. That's the thing you need to look out for regens is like the player needs to have a good overall at some point in the save. Position change to DM. I guess in that case he would just need to work on his passing and dribbling. Seen a lot of votes for right back, so we'll try it out. We do need another right back option. Let's keep the training going. Get some of our players ready for that first match of the season against Manchester City. I've played against them so many times, guys. It's just like, it was us versus Manchester City for like the top 2 teams in England by and far. I'll tell you guys what, we'll play a match and then we'll maybe search for some more regens to close out the stream. We'll see how long we go today. We're just over the hour mark right now. Arsenal realistic career mode? I don't know what Arsenal realistic signings would be. It really depends like what route you would go with. Staying with Arteta's philosophy Maybe go with a little bit of throwback to Arsene Wenger. I don't know. There's some different routes you could go with that. How's Manchester City so good in late game? I feel like Manchester City, they actually took an interesting approach in this like rebuild, in the sense that they actually let a lot of their players go. Ricky, we're about to play a match. Got to go through the transfers first, as per each season. It really has to do with the transfer budget, though, because Manchester City have so much to spend to begin with. So yeah, I think this is the starting 11 we roll with. Probably feature Ronaldo's regen at some point in the save, or in this match. Maldini maybe featuring a little bit, but Chambers still getting the starting spot. We haven't yet won this competition, though. We lost out to, I think it was City and then Brighton later on the save, so definitely want to check this trophy off. But yeah, here is the Manchester City starting 11. Oyarzabal, Torres, so 2 Spanish wingers out wide. Silva, I'm not sure which Silva that is. Maybe Fabio Silva, the Portuguese striker. De Jong, another Silva. Which Silva is that? Surely it's not David Silva. He's captaining the team. Anyways, Rodri, Hernandez, Koundé, Bella Kochev, that's an interesting transfer, the German center back. Cresswell playing as a right back. That's not Aaron Cresswell either. I don't know. They must have some regens at this point. Interesting starting 11. Yeah, it is Fabio Silva. Let's get into this. 5-minute halves. We'll switch that to 4 for the live streams. Keep it on the ultimate sliders. Let's get into it. Oh, Bernardo Silva, of course. Yeah. Yeah, the James the Leeds transfer is a good one. I think he definitely fits the Bielsa philosophy and format. You're doing a career mode, can you have some tips? I guess it kind of depends like what level of career mode you've played before. Oops, I want to do this one. If you're like a beginner to career mode, then I did a 50 tips and tricks video earlier this year. Should be like one of the most viewed videos on the channel, so maybe check that one out. But as far as like different teams to do, I would say do a league that both you and your dad are familiar with. So whether that be like Prem, MLS, things like that. I would say start with the league and then you can start to find some interesting teams. If you have a league in mind, maybe I can give you some suggestions.
They've regained possession. Well, you know,
but like, for example, if you're doing MLS, what I really recommend doing, if you ever do an MLS save, is what's called a journeyman career mode. So you'll begin in MLS, then at the end of the season, like maybe after you win the MLS Cup or something like that, you review what job offers you get from other clubs. So essentially every year you're playing for a different team, managing a different team. That's really fun, pretty fast paced. Things like that. Actually, I have a video coming out this weekend, Gazelle. Yo, already? And it's Bernardo Silva to get the opening goal. Manchester City have something to prove here. You can take a look at this replay. Did he hit that on his preferred left? I think it might have been left-footed across goal here. No, that's right-footed. Samba. Not anywhere near that one.
albeit from a different angle.
It's just a good finish. Not much we can do about defending that one. I would have to say Southampton, Quinton. Southampton and Liverpool are the two of the ones that I watch the most. But granted, because I'm on the west coast of the US, I have to get up pretty early for Premier League kickoff. Usually I can tune in for the last match of the day. But for the most part, I'm just watching highlights.
Turnbull. Yates.
All right, let's focus up, though.
He's been across all the back pages and the focus of
Show y'all what we can do with Troy Parrott.
leading into this game up against his old club, and that is never easy for a footballer.
Ooh, it is a rematch for him against Manchester City. We did sign him from there. He must have made the move from Spurs.
Teammates, wives, families, etc. But all that has to be acknowledged and then forgotten about.
Charlie, it's really a process. The one site that I probably use the most for researching realistic transfers is Transfermarkt. You can find out like record players of the club, who scored the most goals, foreign players, really any bit of information you need. I use some other sites too, but I'd say Transfermarkt is the one I use the most. I can tell already Manchester City are going to be just a tough team to break down in this one. We're going to play this one out wide, though. Leon Bailey.
And space to exploit, maybe.
Let's see if he can cut in here. Maybe find the pass across. Troy Parrott with his
Well, he read that
positioning.
from the back.
He was just stepping away.
De Jong. The ball with Rodri. Ferran Torres.
I need to find out who this Cresswell guy is. He has to be a regen.
Oyarzabal. Rodri. De Jong. Quick thinking to dispossess his
There we go.
opponent.
Finally getting the ball away. Bailey again, a lot of space here. We'll play it. Might have the crossing option. Nah, that should be a goal. Turnbull, too good, man. Best player in this rebuild, by far.
Now, that could be a massive turning point, and momentum is
And that's the equalizer. 38 minutes played.
Well, here's the replay. He's done really
It's all Leon Bailey, though. I've got to say, like, from a dribbling and passing perspective as well as pace, he's a top player. His finishing just has let us down so many times. But Turnbull in front of goal. No chance.
Well, it's not easy being a manager, and that's why they've let him down a bit there.
So, a level contest, 1-1.
Oh, De Jong. The flick-ups.
Bernardo Silva.
Oh, he's on.
Got the right idea.
Turnbull again.
He might profit from here, you know.
Oh, he put it wide. He put it wide. I thought about chipping him, not going to lie.
Be watching that when he gets home tonight on a replay.
What do you do differently there? I think the angle could have been a bit better because I had all the space.
To take the lead, and the manager's frustration is there for all to see.
Yeah, Barfy Boy makes some good content as well.
Kunde.
Definitely had some inspiration for him when I first started to do some of the
Have just one additional
2 episodes a season format. I like the pacing of his career modes. Also his commentary. Pretty good.
Bernardo Silva.
I think that's the good thing about the career mode scene. Everyone offers a bit of a different aspect, right? Different perspective. That's what it's all about. And I think most of us in the career mode scene, you know, we're pretty chill, so. Let me go ahead and disable these music because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Let's see. I think I have to do that through the menus. There you go. Well, I do a FIFA 22 career mode. I just subbed and I'm new to your channel. FIFA 22 career mode would be coming out late September.
Begins.
So apparently what I was seeing on Twitter yesterday is the 10 to 20 hour trial, depending on like which console you're on, is going to be right around, I think it's 22nd or so of September. It's a Thursday, I believe. Let's cross this one in. Not the best cross. And then on Monday, if you pre-order the game and get a certain edition, you get the early access. And then the Friday after that's when the full game launches.
Potential transfer, but it's potential no more. It's fact.
Well, Derek, the figure, I think, is around £60 million. I think you're getting one heck of a player for that sort of money. He should be a real asset to the club.
Straight offside, but only just. And Manchester City will go to their bench.
Go on, Parrot.
Well,
Now the question is, when do we bring on Ronaldo's regen? Against Manchester City. Ooh, the storylines already. Normal FIFA 22 comes out, I think it's Friday, October 1st, I want to say. But yeah, if you pre-order a certain edition of the game, you get it the Monday before and then EA access. It's a pretty good deal in my opinion. It's like $5-10 and you get 10 hours or even 20 hours if you're on next gen consoles.
Still pushing for the goal that would put them ahead, but not forcing it. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Can they forge ahead?
You're part of the EA creator program thing. The Game Changers Network? No, I'm not. I have not been reached out to about that. Let's give some of these other players a chance. Aldini for Chambers. We'll play Gwyn out on left. No, the sharpness isn't the best. What are we saying about this final substitution? Maybe Madueke gets brought on. We could do Feeney in the midfield. I think Madueke for Bailey.
Corner kick, let's see.
But I'm excited about Ronaldo's regen, man. The number 7 for 17. Loureiro da Costa. Maybe got to kit him out with some new boots. He's got some Adidas Predators, which always a good choice. Samba, what are you? Okay, he got it in the end. Samba has been a little bit sus sometimes for the collecting from crosses. Good win. Parrots through. It's a good ball as well. We got to go cross goal. Trust in the finishing ability from Troy Parrott. Come on. Simon Ronaldo's regen and Napoli save. He seems to go to Napoli a lot for CPU transfers, but got him to 98 overall within 3 seasons. Yeah, that's the sort of thing you could do with Ronaldo's regen. Same thing with Messi's, especially with a position change like left wing.
Do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he? Absolutely.
Those cross goal finishes for Parrott, though.
It's a really lovely finish.
He's celebrating before that goes in. He knows the keeper's not going to get there.
Has to be happy with that. Got their noses in front. Still work to be done, though. Well, City controlling the lion's share of possession, but it's just whether they can convert that possession into clear-cut chances. You sense they need to pick up the pace a little, start utilising the wide areas more. The back line's doing a decent job. Hopefully the forwards can do that as well.
Let's see what Ronaldo's regen can do with the 5-star skills. Cutting in. Oh. Uh-oh. Ronaldo's regen going off. I don't even know what that skill move was. I'll say it looked like kind of a hocus pocus sort of thing. I don't even know if I can replicate that.
Defending to win the ball back. Reguilon. De Jong.
Here's Lautaro Martinez. Someone was asking about him earlier in the chat. They have Declan Rice as well.
Frankie De Jong.
Some big substitutes. League wins too good though. We're going to play that out wide. Ronaldo's regen, if he continues the run. He's through. On his right. The finesse. Yes, sir. Oh, it's wide. It's wide. That looked so good. That looked so good coming off the initial shot. Got on his right. The angle's right. Just got put off.
A change in the offing for
Yeah, it's got a future star. I do miss that from the A80 catalog, but homegrown talents are pretty good too. They just need a little bit of fine tuning. And also just like switch up how they actually play in game, because I feel like they're all 6'1", 6'3", you know, players that you can easily convert to striker. I want some center backs. I want some goalkeepers. I want some mystery to be added to it. Please don't get the equalizer. Thank you, Maldini, with the Maldini-esque tackle.
good pressure high up the pitch. Martinez.
Oh, De Jong with the turn. Samba. No. Does this go extra time or penalties?
Of the closing stages.
I mean, we're not done yet. We might get the late winner. Look at Pep celebrating with him. And his t-shirt.
Once again, the sides are level. It's a kaleidoscope of shifting emotions.
A kaleidoscope of shifting emotions. What commentary that was.
To the front foot with the minutes ticking away. An important interception. 1 minute remaining.
Okay, actually there's 3 minutes remaining. Commentary. Dude, some of the commentary. Like, please.
Bernardo Silva. De Jong.
Don't get the winner, Manchester City.
De Jong.
Let me switch to the right player. Just cleared away. We'll find out.
The injury will mean
Extra time, then pens.
the referee going down that road, so treatment can be administered now. And the game restarted by means of a drop ball. It always had the potential.
Can I rate your team? Probably not. Not for this stream. Oh, we do go penalties straight away. If I ever do one of those, maybe something like along the lines of share play, but let's get into this. Penalty kick shootout to win our first FA Community Shield.
This is when you have to hold your nerve.
First one's converted.
Convert it here.
Well, that's hours of practice, Derek. Hours of practice.
Goalkeeper
It's a good pen from Ball. Let's see.
Derek, bread and butter.
Go the other side this time.
He's
Guess the right way.
and one.
Well, he's got his angles right there. Just look at that for goalkeeping.
Keeper! Oh, it's off the freaking bar. I hate those Panenka penalties because they're like, you really have to delay your dive in order to convert. Come on, Ferguson. Come on, Ferguson. Great time. Let's go.
Well, professional job. Well done.
They've gone left every time. And then, of course, Lautaro goes the opposite direction.
The ball hitting the net.
Kind of want to go down the middle with Yates. Of course, they stay the middle. No.
Oh, it's lovely goalkeeping. Really is.
Oh, what a pen from Silva. We guessed the right direction as well.
Strike.
It won't be lost on him. What's at stake?
Oh, it's Ronaldo's regen.
He's got
He could have gotten us the winner. He converts the pen. Come on, Samba.
This makes perfect, Derek.
I think this decides. If Samba saves this pen, he keeps the starting job. If not, we go with Verbruggen, our backup keeper. Rice, to the left. Oh, he goes to the right.
It is truly final.
Dude, we cannot win this trophy.
Team in raptures.
Ah, dude.
Disconsolate.
I mean, that's a pretty good pen shootout. Keeper making some saves.
Penalty shootout to decide big tournaments, big
Dang, dude.
so much nerves of steel are needed. A little bit of a gamble here and there. Who's going to come out on top? But the end result is there for all.
Declan Rice. That's a savable pen, too, if we go the right direction.
Not going to forget this in a hurry. A proud moment. But for the losers, it's a case of trying to.
I think it's time for Verbruggen, though.
What has just occurred.
Well, just a point, Derek. Oh,
Well, we have to watch the trophy celebration. I rate Bernardo Silva, though. It's kind of nice to see him lifting the trophy. We'll probably play a couple more matches in today's stream. I do want to see that position change for our center back to right back. Chiellini's regen. Yeah, this Manchester City team, though, it's not many original players left. Yeah, guys, don't worry too much if there are any comments. I'll take care of them eventually. I think a lot of the mods actually have school today, because I know school's starting up here. So, yeah, maybe we'll look at adding some more moderators as well, depending on availability. And yeah, like Zane said, really no need to compare. You can have multiple channels that you watch. I do want to see how Verbruggen plays in game, though. If he can save those near post shots, man, that'll be something else. Because that is, unfortunately, Samba's weak point. I think everyone here is from Europe. Yeah, most of my mods, I believe, are NA NA base. Excuse me. But yeah, it's that time of the year. School's starting up again. I think also for you guys in Europe. Look at Manchester United trying to sign up our players. I think before this match, we can look for some more regens if you guys want. I know there was some interest in finding Conte's regen. Let's see. Starting 11-wise, let's at least try out Verbruggen. I think Salma might have dropped one in his rating. I want to say he was an 88 to start the year. He has. Oof. Yeah, it's time. It's time to pass the torch. What's going on, Javier from Malta? Welcome. But yeah, first Premier League match of the season against the Leeds. Should be a pretty good match. Also in the Super Cup. Maybe we play that one instead. But yeah, we'll do some regen scouting first. I think Conte will have retired by now. Let's see, N'Golo. What his positions are going to be. CDM, CM, 88 potential. Might still be in the Premier League. We'll do 16 to 25 here. Okay, so none there. Surprised there's no French CDMs in the Premier League, honestly. Conte's regen should have a rating by this point. We're a couple seasons into the save. He doesn't. Okay. So maybe we look for someone with a good release clause. I doubt it's going to be Alexander Vidal from FC Cincinnati. That would be a surprise. This guy looks decent. Free agent as well. It's got to be him. It's got to be him. He's a free agent too. So if he has CDM, yeah, this is Conte's regen. It's got to be. Suleiman Mendy. Yeah, not a lot of the summer transfers have been updated. Messi, it's actually quite rare to find updates at this stage. 3-star, 6 foot, left-footed, medium-high work rates. I mean, we can create a save just in case, but I'm pretty confident that's going to be him. All the green stats. Do we need another center midfielder? I guess we could, right? We've got Tom Feeney. I don't know if he would break into the first team, though. That's the only thing. We would probably try to send him out on loan if we could. High 70s for his rating. And we do still need to sign one more young player. Let's do it. Let's get that board objective done. He's a free agent after all, so why not? Yeah, Feeney, I think, would be best as like a center mid cam. The reason I had him at center mid is so that he can offer, you know, one of the squad rotational CDM-CM's positions. He was originally a center attacking mid, actually. Salary-wise, man, what do we say here? Like 50K? I know that's probably way more than he needs to be, but I also don't want to under offer. We could do like 40, 30. But yeah, we're pretty confident this is Conte's regen, even if we don't have an estimate of his overall. The fact that he's a free agent, we need to make sure we get him before other teams sign him up. I think 40K is fine. There you go. Let's see what his rating is going to be. $76, not bad. Potential to be special too. So yeah, we can confidently say this is Conte's regen. We'll go to edit players and check the birthdays just to be safe. But pretty much everything is pointing towards him being the regen. Let's try to get him out on loan, because we'll get a nice boost to his rating. See, where's he at? Mendy. March 29th. We'll see if that is indeed Conte's birthday. Yep, March 29th. So this is his regen. I'm going to update some of these boots, though, because everyone seems to have the Adidas Predators. Or the Adidas Copa 20. What boots does Conte wear? He has got... What does he even wear for boots? I want to say those are mostly Adidas. Oh, you guys can't even see the boots that well. Let me go bottom left for my face cam. There you go. You should be able to see a little bit better now. Is it 2033? We're 10 seasons in, so this is going to be like 2031 or so. What boots should we wear for Conte's regen? I've always been a fan of these ones. Low key. Don't know the company, but it's one of the simpler boots here. Is he better in other positions? We can check. These are kind of fire too. Somehow nicer guy than the original. Yeah, something like that. What should we do for the boots though? I think something to go with like the Nottingham Forest cut. Like these are kind of nice too. I feel like those look pretty good. You got kind of the white shorts, white boots going on. These aren't too bad either. What's going on from Indonesia? Nice. Let me see where the other Nike boots are. I think we're going to go with these ones. Yeah, we'll go with these ones for this player, and we'll update Ronaldo's as well. Does he have any like exclusive boots in FIFA 21? Because that would be ideal. Let's see, as a left winger. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, Ronaldo is, as far as I know, wearing Nike. I think it would be something like this. That fits in with the Portugal color scheme. Also the socks. I say we just go with those. And then we had two other players, right? We had Mancini, and we had the other region come through, or Maldini. What are some good boots for like a center back? Put Ronaldo long sleeves. Yeah, we can do that. These are interesting. Another interesting one, the Copa Mundials. These remind me of like some street, like five-a-side street soccer kind of boots. Can you do a career mode challenge for the weekend? Man, a career mode challenge. I haven't really done that many this year, to be honest. Yeah, I would maybe look at what teams are struggling to start off the season. Arsenal are one of the more popular career mode challenges these days. We're not doing those ones. All right, I'm going to edit one more player and give him some long sleeves for Ronaldo's regen. And then I think we move on with the sim a little bit. I think we do long sleeve undershirt. The Highlands of Scotland, your channel's going places. Yeah, we'll see, Dan. Hopefully a big year ahead for FIFA 22. I'm excited about it. I think the realistic rebuilds have gone off really well, so I want to be doing at least one of those every month. Hopefully I can get to a point where I'm making two of them. They are a lot of work, admittedly, but I have a lot of fun like making them and enjoying the process, which is pretty important for any sort of video that takes, man, I would say, honestly, those videos probably take 30 plus hours. Because, you know, going through each season is going to take some time, editing it down and then doing commentary and then editing the commentary. Yeah, I'd say probably 30 plus hours. But yeah, I guess some decisions here. We could play this first match of the Premier League season against Leeds, or we could play the Super Cup against Juventus. I'm kind of leaning towards the Super Cup. What would you guys rather see? I think it's time for probably one gameplay match, and then we'll maybe look around the menus a bit to close out the stream. The growth from FIFA 21 is great. FIFA 22 is probably going to be better because of the hype for it. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I do want to make some content around the new features, like my player stuff. Some more information on that this weekend with the next video, but yeah, I still definitely plan on doing some manager modes and realistic rebuilds. I'm not going to do a whole lot of Create a Club content for the video format. But for live streams, I think I'll do a little bit of Create a Club stuff. More offers for Callum Chambers. We'll see how long he stays in the starting 11, man. As long as he stays that 86, I'll keep him there. But then again, we've got a couple of former Juventus players here. We got Ronaldo's regen, we've got Bonucci's regen, and Chiellini's regen, all in this team. I agree in starting Ronaldo's regen, for sure. This is Bonucci's regen, Maldini, the center back, and then we've got Mendy's regen, who we just signed, that I need to loan list. And then this is Chiellini's regen, who we're trying to make a right back, actually. Let's put him in, actually. I want to see how Maldini plays. And then take a look at this Juventus squad as well. Yeah, Chambers, he was something in this rebuild because he got to like an 83 as a right back, and then I position changed him to a center back, and he got a +3 to an 86. And then he kept growing at like 33, 34 years old. It was pretty wild, but this Juve team is pretty good. De Ligt's still there. They've signed some new strikers. Pretty realistic transfers, if I'm being honest. I like that team. We'll get into it here. Let's try to win this one. Hopefully end off the stream with a trophy celebration, unlike the FA Community Shield. Let's get into it though. I'm feeling good about this one. I think Ronaldo's regen gets on the board with the new boots, the new kit. And there he goes already.
Well, the Super Cup final reward for the two teams that win the major trophies in Europe, the Europa League and the Champions League. The match off tonight, I'm really looking forward to this one, Derek.
Go in with the confidence to switch the play there. He's something else, man. I don't like playing against Richarlison because he's got a lot of these micro dribbles. Gomez, I don't have an issue with because he's kind of more of a target man striker. Here's Ronaldo's regen again. Just doesn't have the pace to quite get by. He might run onto this though. And he wins it back. Can't find the pass. We'll keep possession. Just play it backwards. Okay, Tavares. Always quick to find a pass. Unable to get the pass off though. Qualified for UCL round of 16. Knocked Real out of the group. Yeah, you can see some surprises, especially late in the saves. Ajax are a sneaky team in Champions League because they have so many high potential players. If they hang on to some of those talents, you can see some interesting results. Please be off. Good punch away from Verbruggen.
Sigankov. Keeping the ball moving. Maximiliano Gomez. Richarlison. A very timely interception.
Got options here.
Space. Can they take the lead?
Had options, decided to go solo with Bailey. He's just not good at shooting. Like, pace and dribbling, he's so good.
He was way wide there.
Yeah, I had to stream this one, Marcus. I think we'll try to do one more live stream, either this weekend or like Monday, Tuesday.
Renan Lodi.
Because I am enjoying the realistic rebuild sort of stuff lately. Gives me something to stream for these last few weeks of FIFA 21.
Real danger.
Oh, that could have been good.
Brazilians to shut them down.
Yeah, you really don't need to sign many players anymore, but you can find some good regens though.
To win the ball back. Bailey. Well,
Yeah, so Juventus defense has been good.
Renan Lodi. Can they trouble the opposition this time? On to Lodi. Gomez. Well, the timing was perfect. Ball one.
As if he gets that.
An astute piece of defending.
Ah, dude, I swear, when Yates is making that tackle, they somehow get away from it.
And dispossessed.
Come on, Gwyn. Go on, Gwyn. Forces them to go backwards there.
Here's Lodi. Joe
Yeah, Bailey has not been great. Really, he hasn't been amazing in this rebuild. Good creator, not a good finisher, though.
Still on level terms, moving the ball nicely. Could cross it in here.
All right, we can take corner. That's fine.
Commitment, and he's given away the corner. And played short.
We're going to play that short to Diaby. Get a goal kick out of it. Maybe one more chance for the halftime break. Good pass.
Lewis Ferguson. Turnbull. Fruitful looking attack. Florian Neuhaus. Moussa Diaby. Arthur has it. Diaby. And a chance to whip it in here. Renan Lodi. Real defensive commitment.
All right, not a bad first half. Could have definitely scored a goal.
5 minutes in this battle for
At least we haven't conceded one. We need some players to step up. What can we do about substitutes? I think Bailey gets subbed off. I'm sorry. Madueke, even if his sharpness is nothing, he's going to get brought on. Alshish, we're going to have an appearance for him at center attacking mid at some point. And probably Feeney for Ferguson later on. You have any tips on when to sell players and which players to sign? That's a good question. I think once you get a few seasons into the save, probably just go for regens. But in terms of older players, I would recommend using development plans. That kind of keeps them relevant, especially the ones regarding pace, because you know as a player gets older, their pace is just going to plummet. So if you can use, if you use a center back as an example, the stopper sweeper ones are good. Poacher for striker, I think works on the pace. Good clearance away. Here is Madueke. Just a through ball here to Turnbull. Maybe one more pass across. Oh, what a pass. Thank you. I was about to say, if you don't give a pen for that. Come on. Red card as well. If we convert this, that's GG's. It should be. Who takes it, though? Do we let Parrott take as he forced the pen? I think Turnbull's our go-to pen taker.
So a personnel change then.
Even Juventus, I think this might be a regen as well. For Bota. Oh, it's Parrott to step up. Come on, Parrott. Good pen. Come on, green timed as well. You love to see it. Took 54 minutes. We'll get the opener. Let the keeper take it. I'll tell you what, if we get another pen, I'll let Verbruggen step up to the spot.
Well, here's the replay, and he looked a bit nervous holding up to take it, but fair play to him. Right in the corner. Nerves of steel.
1-0 then.
Anime, I actually did a rebuild for this team on Wednesday, so I stream every Friday. Lately, I've been doing another season of the
Diaby.
realistic rebuild series, so yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
The right place to cut out the pass. Moussa Diaby. Artur has it. Well, they continue their push for the equaliser, but definitely not forcing it. Good-looking sequence. Space and time for the cross. Well, strong play here. Joe Gomez. And Sigankov has it. A fine block. De Ligt. Renan Lodi. Richarlison. Artur.
Juventus, how long have they had possession here? Like, I think they've had the ball for the last 10 minutes. Finally, we get away. And they get it right back. Joe Gomez actually transferring there.
Artur. On the ball, Richarlison. Moussa Diaby. Well cleared away. Lewis Ferguson. And it's a matter of what occurs in the final 15 minutes. But attacking possibilities.
Oh, if we could have played that one more pass.
Better than that.
Let's make those substitutions here next time ball goes out of play.
Renan Lodi. Well, they couldn't keep possession. And room now out on the flank.
See, look at Turnbull's positioning right here. It's just, it's the difference maker for strikers, in my opinion. If they can step away a little bit from the keeper there, that could have been a better pass from Madueke, but it's that one extra step back that gets you so many more goals in game. All right, we'll make those changes here for the last few minutes. Just trying to hang on to this lead. We'll give Aushish some minutes at center attacking mid.
Time running out. Both substitutes who've been getting ready will come on at the same time. Tavares.
I want to get Aushish a goal, man. I feel like he's still one of the most underrated players in career mode this year. The real face scan, relatively low overall. Good potential, though. Also playing for a cool club in Saint Etienne, who I think they've got to be one of the front runners for a league on realistic rebuild. I kind of want to rebuild Marseille next year or next FIFA because the transfers they've made have been really nice, but obviously having done a career mode with them. Good job from Madueke to get a second goal. Do we get a cinematic celebration? We do. Right at the end. But yeah, I think Marseille is definitely a front runner. Monaco is going to be interesting. You know, you've got the Kylian Mbappe storyline. And also with them making it to the later stages of, well, I don't know how they did in Champions League, but they won Ligue 1 in like, what, 2014, 2015 or something like that? Some great players. So I think Monaco is definitely up there for a realistic rebuild. If Aushish hasn't worked out for you, try him at cam. I liked him a lot more at cam than left wing. Well, let's get this trophy celebration, finally, to close out the stream as far as gameplay goes. And then I think we'll, to close things out, I want to take a look at some different realistic rebuilds. I don't know if I'll do another one per se before the end of this FIFA. But I do want to do some Pro League realistic rebuilds. Portugal, like I mentioned. Plenty of good teams to cover. There it is. Yates to lift it up again. I don't know if we've won the Super Cup yet, so I think it's just the FA Community Shield and Carabao Cup that we haven't won this rebuild. Udinese, yeah. Man, Udinese FIFA 13, FIFA 14 era. I think they had both Di Natale and I think I should look at SoFIFA for this. I think they had Muriel and Di Natale at the same time. They were just elite in FIFA 13. Yeah, let me go ahead and show this for you guys. This is Udinese's squad in FIFA 13. Already you can notice a couple of players. Benatia, Pereira, I feel like he had a good amount of potential. Di Natale, if you tried him in FIFA 13, best Italian striker in my opinion in the game. Muriel, really good. Pretty nice kits as well. I see the potential in some of these players. Couple of 82s, couple of 84s. Muriel was a standout though, 86 potential. Zielinski, okay. He didn't even have a face scan at that point. Merkel as well. Yo. I have to make a FIFA 13 video on Udinese. Low key. That is just an S tier squad for career mode in my opinion. Fast build-up play. What a team, what a team. If I'm going to make some retro FIFA content, I think now is probably the time to do it. I think now is the time to do it. Pereira is still there. That's incredible. Yeah, didn't he spend like a season or two at Watford or something? Unless I'm thinking of a different Pereira. I'll have to keep that in mind, Lucas. I'll do some research on Udinese. I want to do some retro content for the last few weeks of FIFA 21. Like I mentioned, I'll showcase the squad here to close out the stream, guys. But there should be a video this weekend talking about my plans for FIFA 22. Also going to be a career mode vote for our first save to kick off the new FIFA season. So yeah, stay tuned for that and get involved in the comment section of that video. I'm going to kind of outline two different options. They're two different saves, but I'd honestly be happy with both of them. That's the reason I picked them. But yeah, whoever gets the majority vote, whoever I think has more interest in the comment section, I'll go ahead and announce them as our first save. And then yeah, just kind of talking about my plans for how I want to incorporate some of the new features in FIFA 22, the my player stuff, and maybe even a little create a club for live streams and things like that. But yeah, other than that, then I guess I'll get to work on some other retro FIFA content. I don't know if I'll make any more FIFA 21 videos. Like I said, the realistic rebuilds, they take a bit of time. They take a lot of time. So I don't know if I'll be able to churn one out in like 2 to 3 weeks, which FIFA 22 will be out by that point. So I'll see, maybe a shorter one like an Arsenal or something like that we could do, but I think I'd rather focus on the retro FIFA content for the next few weeks. But yeah, that's kind of the plans over the next few days. And I think we'll be signing off here for the live stream. Appreciate you all hanging out today. It was a fun stream. And yeah, we might have another live stream early next week so we can continue with this realistic rebuild. I do want to go back to back as Champions League winners, but I'll be signing off on this point, guys. Appreciate you all hanging out. Hope you all have a good weekend. And yeah, thanks for tuning in today. Have a good one.